Hey, what's up, y'all? So my sister called me today and says she's looking for a day pack. So I tried to give her some advice about what to get. And in the course of talking, I decided, that actually might be a helpful video for some people on how to choose a day pack. Okay. So to start with, a day pack is a backpack you use for day hikes. Okay. So these are hikes that could be anywhere from like a half hour up to like the whole day. Maybe you're going to do like a 10 or 12-hour day. That would be pretty intense. I don't think I've done any day hikes quite that long, but I've done some backpacking trips. Okay, so this is not the backpacking trips, like I just said. It's not an overnight. Okay, so you need to have enough space just for the things you need for that day. All right, which means that kind of the liter volume you're looking for your pack, not like 100% sure, but I'm thinking it's going to be basically between 10, 15 liters at the low end, and then maybe 25 or 30 on the high end. Okay, those are probably going to be pretty good numbers. All right, the pack I'm going to show you to help talk about this is an 18-liter pack that I got from REI a number of years ago, and it's still doing well for me. Okay, so day pack specifics. Let's just talk the important things as you look for a good day pack. So talking with her, first thing I asked her is if she has an REI membership, because if you have that, it's $20 once. You have it for life after you pay the $20, and you get a 10% dividend on every full price item you buy from REI. Okay, so to anyone who loves outdoor stuff, it's an absolute no-brainer. I bought like a $400+ kayak one year through REI, and then a number of other things. And so the dividend I got the next year at $50 of cash waiting for me. Okay. Anyway, I asked that also because this is an REI brand day pack. Other good brands you might look at could be like Osprey. I have a buddy who has an Osprey day pack he really likes. I would imagine Arc'teryx probably makes some. That's going to be really higher end. Mountain Hardware could be good if they make some, and Marmot. So anyway, those are some brands you could look at. But as far as specifics with the day pack, okay. So you don't want it to be more than 25 or 30 liters. Reason is you're just out there for a day. I have climbed 14ers, which that requires probably the most gear of any type of day hiking with this pack, and I've been fine. It's a little tight, but I like that because it forces me to pack light, all right, which is really important if you're doing something that's strenuous. You want as few pounds and stuff on your back as possible. Other things to look for when getting a day pack, okay, so we've mentioned some good brands, Osprey, REI brand, maybe like Mountain Hardware. Essentially it's helpful if it's all one chamber, okay, like this is. That just simplifies things. You probably want some material that lets is water repellent. So if it starts raining, water will just kind of roll off of it. And then, you have to retreat that every few years or so. But that would be helpful. I got this probably for like 20 to 30 bucks because it was a color that was not popular. I actually love this color. I'm kind of wearing a similar color. Beet red. Thank you, Dwight Schrute. Typically, my sister said she found something from Osprey in the 30s that was a really small day pack, like 10 or 15 liters. You do not necessarily need to get into the high towards 100 or beyond that to have a good day pack, I don't think. All right, so other details. Let's think here. What's nice is there is a space in the back, and this is common for a lot of day packs, for a water reservoir or bladder, as I called it in my last video. It's hard to see here, but basically inside there, you can see the bladder, all right? That's a 3-liter bladder I've got crammed in there. And then there's a hole right up here, okay, that it can come through, like the tube. And then I actually run it down my right side, so the right strap, and I can fix it underneath here, and hands-free hydration, that's really helpful, all right? So I think if you have a day pack that has a pouch, that's going to be helpful for you. Also, there is a foam pad in here that you can kind of see. That just provides a little bit of support. It's very lightweight. It's a nice way to provide just a little bit of support. And also, it'll insulate essentially you from your bag. So if you have really cold water in that pack, you're not going to necessarily heat that water up as quickly because that pad is in between you and it. Yeah, and the other thing is, I mean, like, you're talking like a major emergency. If you get in a lightning storm, you could pull this out, and a foam pad like this you could place under your feet as a little bit of insulation. Not much, but it could help. Also, yeah, if you got in a snowstorm, you could pull that out and sit on it, and it's going to give you a little bit of insulation from the cold rock or whatever you'd be sitting on. Okay, other things to look for with the Daypack. So waist strap is helpful. You can see mine is cinched up tight. I guess I don't use the waist strap very often. A lot of people like a chest strap too. Both of these are meant to reduce movement while you're moving, okay? Especially that can be important when you're going downhill, all right? If you're going down a really steep slope for miles because you're coming back down from a 14er or something, if you take big steps, you know, the bag will want to do this as you're walking. And having those straps can help hold it in place. I never use the chest strap just because if you're a man with big enough shoulders and if you have a broad chest, this actually gets pretty constricting. And if your shoulders are big enough, they're like, these are not going to fall off. They're not going to slide off. They will stay on. Okay. But for women, that can be really helpful. Or if your physique is a little different shape. This has a whistle. Okay, which would be helpful in an emergency situation. The standard is 3 blows. All right. That's a cry for help. Okay, if you ever to need that. So it's 3 blows. All right. Short blasts, and then wait just a little bit before your next one. So that can be nice if, a nice feature. Keep in mind with Daypacks, the waist strap, it's very simple. It looks very different from internal frame backpacks or backpacks for backpacking. It's because this is not meant to bear the weight of the pack, right? This is only to keep it from jostling around. If you're moving quickly, some people like to kind of jog even going downhill. That's kind of crazy, but people will do that. Or yeah, if you're just taking big steps downhill. Other things to look for, there's this kind of nice honeycomb pattern here. You see, so that helps with breathability. All right, so instead of, if you can imagine like backpacks like when you were a kid, all right, going to school, and it's just a thick like plastic thing or some kind of other fabric, I don't know, you get really sweaty underneath it. This helps with that because this is a mesh that is breathable. So you can see my finger behind there. All right. Just a few other things might be helpful. Having some space like hooks and stuff on the outside is helpful. These are Velcro straps. I went to Home Depot and bought like a 12-foot, 1-inch thick thing of Velcro, and then I cut it into essentially 4-foot strips. This one's actually a little longer than the others. Because, yeah, you can use these to help, attach other gear. So that's nice. You can also put gloves. You could weave them with their little hook, through here. All right, these are all like individualized kind of loops. Or a hat you could weave through here somehow. All right, especially at the top. But that's the main things you want to look for with your Daypack. Yeah, again, I really am happy with this one. It's 18 liters. One other thing that's handy is you see these little loops here. Truth be told, I actually keep this pack separate, and the stuff in it I always leave in it, and I'll get into that in another video. But these, my backpacking backpack, I can actually hook these onto that backpack, and so I have the backpack, and then this is on top of the backpack or on the outside of it, and these just hold it in place. So yeah. Anyhow, that's about it for what to look for with a good Daypack. So yeah, hopefully this is helpful, and yeah, go take some adventures. All right, see ya.